You can take a seat, please. Let's get started. You please take a seat. And good afternoon. It's horrible. Good afternoon. I want to make sure you're paying attention. My name is Greg Spina. I'm the general manager. I want to thank everybody for taking time out of your day, especially a beautiful day like it is, to attend your annual tennis membership meeting. A couple of things, if you would silence your phone. Oh, silence mine because I just felt it buzz. And we'll hear from club president, we'll hear from our chair of our tennis committee, we'll hear from Mr. Puck. And let's let them finish their presentations. Once they've completed, we would love to, we will open the floor for questions and answers. We'd love to hear from you, whatever questions you may have, whether they're for your tennis staff, whether they're for me or some of your board members, please let us know. So with that, I'm going to introduce Michael Karts, the club president, and thanks again for attending today.
I'm not as tall as he is, so. Well, I'm Michael Karts. I'm your club president, at least for another 2.5 months. And I want to, I'm excited for you guys. You're going to have one of the neatest clubhouses around, and all the clubs around. So details on that, Mr. Puck's going to give you some more information on it. And I'd like to introduce you to your committee chair, Ron Grant, and his vice chair is Don Hofrichter. So your governor representatives, the lead governor is Paul Chesnicki. There, sitting on the there. And Art Cohen, who can't be here right now. So, but at this point, thank you for showing up, and you got a great facility coming around. So, Ron, it's up to you now. Thank you.
Dear friends, for those of you I haven't met yet, my name is Ron Grant. Is it working now? For those of you who I haven't met yet, my name is Ron Grant. I'm the chairman of our tennis and pickleball committee, and I am delighted to welcome you to a wonderful new season here at Glen Eagles, where we are privileged to enjoy an exciting, diverse, and ever-expanding program for both racket sports. Several staff members are crucial to the success of our program. Mike Puck, our director of racket sports, is the key person creating, implementing, and our events, including leagues, lectures, exhibitions, entertaining competitions, and fun social opportunities. His tireless work with our long-term planning committee will soon culminate in the much anticipated opening of our gorgeous new facility that will reflect the high quality of our programs. Thank you, Mike. Scott Harper, our director of pickleball and head tennis professional, is devoted to our program and its success. His great attitude, patience, and willingness to always pitch in wherever and whenever needed is recognized and appreciated by all of us. Richard Hall, our new seasonal pickleball professional, started in November, and we welcome him warmly into the Glen Eagles family and look forward to benefiting from his teaching skills. Please take advantage of Scott and Richard's expertise and patience and look to them to improve your skills in both sports. Ruth Barnett is our ever-present pro shop manager and buyer of all things lovely and necessary to help our members enjoy our beautiful place. While looking great and being well equipped, Ruth is amazing at juggling the incessant phone calls while managing to efficiently deal with everyone in the shop. Thank you so much, Ruth. Okay, now we have some more behind the scenes people that I'd like to acknowledge. A big thank you to Jimmy and John for their meticulous care under Mike's direction of our 19 tennis and 8 pickleball courts, making them some of the most admired and best courts in Southeast Florida. From housekeeping, we appreciate Elfina and Kerlange. And now I'd like to recognize our committee, who volunteer their time and often give up their own activities to meet monthly to help provide all our members with a great experience on the courts and beyond. Our committee includes Vice Chair Don Hofrichter, Rick Edelson, Mike Schwartz, Andrea Galerto, who's with first granddaughter, Gary Jablow, Carol Goldberg, Alan Pachter, Tom Bowman, Debbie Tatel, and Althea Lyons. Although he's not technically a member of the committee, because he's the lead governor, I would also like to personally thank Paul Ceci because of his commitment to all our programs, captaining pickleball teams, and all his participation. And now a special nod of appreciation to you, our many tennis pickleball members, for your support, camaraderie, and participation. It's no secret that we have earned the well-deserved reputation for being friendly, welcoming, and inclusive, as many new members are added to our Glen Eagles family each year. May we all continue to safely enjoy all our outstanding programs while reaping the health benefits of a fun way to exercise and stay fit while socializing. Thank you very much.
I'd now like to introduce Mike Puck, Director of Rackets. Thank you, Ron. Now, Ron and I didn't compare notes. Oh my God, my glasses. I got them. Just kidding. Imagine if I had them. Ron and I didn't compare notes, so I'm going to thank some same people, but they're in the body of my work, so I'm not capable of editing on the fly here. I'm going to read some notes here because I didn't want to look up and miss any facts here. So welcome and thank you again for attending this afternoon. I would like to report on the overall state of the tennis and pickleball program, including the financial outlook, operational performance, and the future of the programs. I would like to begin by welcoming our seasoned pickleball professional to Glen Eagles, Richard Hall, sitting at the back with Scott. Richard was most recently the tennis and pickleball pro right down the road at Seagate, as well as Valencia Isles. Richard will be assisting Scott in everything pickleball, from open play, teaching private lessons and clinics, and event presentation. Welcome, Richard, again. You may remember that last year, that due to unforeseen circumstances, we did not retain our usual weekend employee, and the shop was staffed on the weekends by Ruth, Scott, and myself. I am happy this year to welcome Rachel Rosenberg, who's not here today, but she's new to Glen Eagles, and she will be the weekend pro shop attendant. Rachel will be staffing the front desk on the weekend and assist in event planning and presentation. So welcome, Rachel. She will be here this weekend. Okay, the process of navigating the tennis and pickleball budget begins in May for a fiscal year that begins in November. We begin with a zero budget base and develop the line items amounts for the general ledger, include income sources, and divide this amount by the number of members arriving at your yearly tennis dues. The budget is formulated by me with input and approval from our CFO and general manager. We present this budget before the Budget and Finance Committee for revisions and approval before being approved by the board. We have been fortunate to have hardworking and creative tennis governors in Paul Sedlenicki and Arthur Cohen, and knowledgeable and responsive tennis committee chairman Ron Grant advising us. We are fortunate to work with a very accommodating and tennis-friendly board of governors an energetic tennis committee, as well as our very supportive general manager, Craig Spina, to provide all the financial tools and guidance to produce the best tennis and pickleball program in South Florida. Based upon the preliminary draft of last year's operational financials, the tennis program will be within 1% of the $684,000 budget. Yeah, that's good, within 1%. This year's approved budget is $741,000. That is an increase of $57,000 or 8% from last year. Besides small increases and decreases in line items, the operating lines are flat. Much of the budget increase is a 5% increase in salaries for the year-round employees, as well as a change in job description for the director of pickleball. I am appreciative of Mr. Spina and the board for recognizing the value and efforts of all our employees. The increase in the tennis portion of your dues to support this budget is 7.2% for a social tennis member, for a total of $1,308 per year, and 7% for full members, or $1,574 per year. With a capacity of 600 membership and fully subscribed rental community, the Tennis and Pickleball Center inspects steady usage and participation in daily play, events, leagues, and tournaments. There are 250 active tennis players and 250 active pickleball players, with 60 of these players playing both tennis and pickleball. The numbers are very close to 50% women and 50% men in both sports. The club operates a membership transfer list that allows members to relieve themselves of their tennis memberships and dues responsibility, and this list currently has 61 members. There were 13 transfers in the last year, and there have been 57 transfers from this list since its inception, so this program has been very successful. The annual program has been minimized due to our capacity situation and stands at 13 members that contribute $13,000 in revenue. The Pro Shop inventory has been reduced, obviously, for the first 4 months of this fiscal year while we build the new Pro Shop and we only carried accessory in the temporary shop. Unfortunately, our Pro Shop manager, Ruth Barnett, has been having withdrawal symptoms, not being able to sell her beloved K-Swiss shoes to every member who walks in the door in the last 6 months. But rest assured, the Pro Shop will be fully stocked with shoes, apparel, rackets, and paddles, and Ruth will be back in business. The capital budget this year is $74,500. 6 Prestwick custom trash receptacles that will match our current fleet will be placed along the tennis court walkway and will cost $9,200. $7,300 is budgeted for our usual upkeep of replacing lines on 7 of the 19 tennis courts, and $3,000 is for 2 replacement water coolers. The replacement of several windscreens, including a logo stadium screen, amount to $11,000. Many of the tired bushes and landscaping adjacent to the tennis courts will be replaced at a cost of $18,000. And emergency AED units will be placed at the back of the tennis complex, and we just placed one at pickleball the other day. So that was a good buy to put right by pickleball. That's $2,500 for those units. The purchase of new tennis and pickleball trophies will be housed right behind us here. Awards for all our club champions, they'll be in this room, is $15,000. And finally, a grab-and-go cooler for the new Pro Shop is $7,500. The operational goal of the Tennis and Pickleball Department is to provide outstanding customer service and active calendar events that include social events, lessons, and tournaments, as well as interesting, enjoyable daily games. Every member's visit is important to us, and we strive for consistency. The 4 pillars of a successful tennis and pickleball program are challenging daily play, fun special events, league play, and a strong lesson program. Our concierge member placement program orients new members and places them and all of our members in comparable daily games. A pro is always available during daily play in both tennis and pickleball to shift members to groups if necessary to attempt to secure the 4 to a court goal. With 140 events in both tennis and pickleball, I believe we have succeeded in providing something for everyone in terms of special events. From themed events with incredible subsidized lunch and dinner menus to competitive tournaments and fun viewing events such as Super Sunday Finals and Highlight Pickleball, we plan to keep you busy during the season. Scott and Richard are positioned at the back. You may have seen them when you come in with calendars and flyers to discuss all of the events we have planned this year. With a combined 20 teams in 4 leagues encompassing 330 players of all abilities in both tennis and pickleball, we have the competitively minded member covered. While tennis has added 1 team compared to last year, pickleball has seen an increase of 4 additional teams throughout the year, representing 100 additional players. That's quite a stat, isn't it? 100 extra pickleball players this year. This truly reflects that pickleball is still the fastest growing sport in the country, led by South Florida, including Glen Eagles. The complimentary pickleball orientations, lessons, and events has supported this growth. As you know, Scott Harper has been promoted to the Director of Pickleball, head tennis professional. This organizational adjustment, along with the addition of Richard Hall, will allow the best pro coverage of pickleball and all its activities. The Glen Eagles Tennis and Pickleball programs offers lessons for everyone, including your grandchildren, during the holidays. We do our very best to communicate these programs in all of our events by utilizing the Glen Eagles website and app, regular e-blasts, media screens located throughout the club, and printed materials, including the Eagle and the social calendar. The new tennis and pickleball building is on schedule with a projected opening sometime in February. We will have a soft opening when members may use the facility and a grand opening of music, food, drinks, and a ribbon cutting ceremony. You can see the building is really starting to take shape, with work continuing on the exterior with stucco and window installation to interior deck and tile work being installed. The building is one continuous structure containing the covered entrance leading into the pro shop that is doubled in size, with a hallway to the restrooms and offices. The patio area will be larger as well, housing the beverage station and maintaining the popular gathering areas by expanding the patio deck all the way to stadium court. The pickleball viewing area will also be enhanced with high top tables situated behind the east deck areas and stools on the pickleball railing with a counter with cup holders for excellent viewing. The patio will receive new furnishings with TVs mounted on pillars and a beautiful cypress ceiling. The building will have higher ceilings with a modern design and eye-catching colors, as well as functional workspaces. When completed, the tennis and pickleball building will produce a wow reaction to and for our members. The newly constructed tennis and pickleball center building will cost approximately $5.5 million. The construction is being funded by new member capital contributions collected over the past years. This will not result in a tennis member special assessment. The annual, yes. Hey, that's pretty cool. When I go to other places and they build places, the first question is, how much have they assessed the members? This is pretty unique. The annual capital improvements will also be funded by the new member capital contributions. There have been no capital assessments for tennis members in the past 13 years. The Glen Eagles Tennis and Pickleball program is in a very strong financial position. With a 27-court facility that includes 19 Har-Tru courts and 8 pickleball courts, an ambitious calendar of events, and 6 full-time employees, it is important to have the correct people in the correct position. Court maintenance employees Jimmy and John, or as we refer to them, Jimmy John, are here by 4 a.m. to prepare the courts are reliable and efficient. By the way, Jimmy's been here 17 years. He's never missed one day. Yeah. You don't want to see his time he's got accumulated if he ever needs it, but he doesn't like to take time off. Our tennis courts have the reputation as the most pristine and fastest drying courts in the area, and these 2 employees are a big reason why. Pro shop manager of 17 years, Ruth Barnett, has done a fabulous job of not only shop selection that you will soon see, but also with the behind-the-scenes accounting work that ensures a successful pro shop. Ruth will be back in her element when the pro shop opens, and she will be ready to provide you with eye-catching apparel selections at member-friendly prices. Director of Pickleball, head tennis professional Scott Harper intends to move the Glen Eagles pickleball program to the next level of play, with more events, leagues, lessons, an organization that above all features fun visits to the courts. Adding Richard Hall as a seasonal pickleball professional provides us another strong staff member with charisma and energy who has the best interest of our members in his thoughts as he guides you to your best pickleball potential. We can't offer this elite program without the support and participation of our members. So you are now in my closing thoughts. You, the members, are who make Glen Eagles tennis and pickleball programs work and thrive each and every day. Thank you for being patient during the pro shop rebuild as we strive for business as usual on the courts. And thank you for your energy, participation, and support. Thank you. We'll now open the floor for questions. Anyone has a question? You want to grab mics? Yeah. Scott, you want to come and grab a mic here and just take it? Okay. Over here.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
I was just wondering why the outside tennis members get a break on the price that they pay per month versus the resident tennis members.
They have less privileges.
Okay.
They can't come to the dining facility. They're buying a tennis membership. And now, by the way, those 13 people we have are handpicked by me, putting them into a place where we really need them. Anyway, every year we have a discussion whether we carry this forward. We're at capacity, so that it comes up every year. And, you know, it's a thing, but they have less privileges.
Okay, they do come to, I mean, they can come to lunch if they're with.
With a
any of
member,
us.
as can any guest, correct.
Okay.
Can I speak? I would like to make a suggestion, if possible. During the Christmas week, when all these kids are here, the lights are not working on the pickleball at night. Is it possible to put in a generator so that they could work and there's something for these kids to do at night? You know I have a lot of them.
You know, we haven't looked at that yet. And I don't think, you know, permitting wise, they wouldn't, I don't know that they would let us hook up to those lights right now. And the power is still, we just received our electrical approval from Palm Beach County. Without giving you the runaround, it's unlikely. I can check and see. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't thought of that one, but I can check. Yeah.
I was just thinking, what if we didn't use those lights and you brought in lights they might use for a temporary situation?
Yeah, that's, you know, tennis lights are really specific on the angle they're pitched at and all, so that's probably not gonna work.
We just need lights.
Well, you know, just so you know, the lighting and the compressors for the water coolers, we've got actual water the coolers now. We have no power, so we can't cool it. Probably one of the last things they do, mid-January, we're thinking they're gonna connect the power in that, because it's a big old mess of wires that has to run to the city and then back to the courts. It controls everything, but we're shooting for mid-January.
Thank you.
Questions? Any complaints for Scott? All the hands went up.
Well, this isn't the only forum. If you have any questions, yes, Mr. Proctor.
Can you expand on the grab and go? Cooler?
Yeah, I can talk about that. So picture when you walk into Starbucks and there's a cooler next to the counter. It's grab and go. You have waters, you have juice, you might have cheese and crudité, wraps, and that's our goal, is to give you an alternative to playing tennis, whether you're going in early, yogurt. It'll be somewhat fluid. You know, we'll see what the members like, what they would like to see. We're also working on that on the golf course for the Victory side. So I think Victory will probably be out there before tennis as a pilot, but it's just to give you another alternative. You want to sit in your beautiful new tennis facility and have a wrap, or come in the morning and have yogurt or fruit. You're gonna have to talk to us though. Hey, the fruit's not doing much, but what about this? So does that answer your question? Okay. Good. Yeah. But this is not the only forum. If you ever have questions, let us know. Email, you know, phone call. Yes.
The situation going to be with the locker room, keys to individuals.
They're digital, aren't they? I think so. Yeah. Yeah, they're digital. It won't be your locker. It will be a temporary locker. You come in, you play. You've got a few things to put in there. You'll just, if you've ever used the digital lockers, it'll give you a chance to put in your own number, and then it'll reset when you reopen it. Yes, Mr. Levy.
In the past, a lot of the teams use the locker to store tennis balls and stuff.
Yeah.
Are we gonna allow that, or?
That's probably the first use of what they're for. There's a limited number. We had to make a decision of how we wanted to use our space in there. So we can talk about it, we can see how it goes. Yeah, for the season, maybe an option. You talking to me? We got lots of storage in the back, we can put things.
The comedian here. No, we've got a lot more storage. And again, if the members need to use the lockers, we're going to give you a first shot at it. But we did add some storage. We can always stack them up in Mike's office because he never uses it. So, yeah. What else?
More questions?
No. All right. Well, yes, Mrs. Grant.
Yes, I don't play cards there, but are you gonna still allow card playing on the new veranda there?
Yes, we are.
Okay, are there gonna be restrictions so that when people
Of course.
ask us, we can give them the correct
No,
information?
we'll communicate it to them. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it'll come with some new, I don't know that the time frame, and I'm looking for Mike and the tennis committee to give us some guidance. I think it worked fine when they came in, after 11:30 or 12, and it's a beautiful facility. We hope that it will stay busy throughout the evening, when the lights come back on, but, yeah.
I would also like to suggest that there's a lot of plastic cup usage.
Hmm.
That is not, there's a
can't
lot.
I don't think it's on.
There's a lot.
Plastic cup usage.
Yeah, that's not great for our environment. And most of us have Yeti cups or insulated cups. Is there any way for us to maybe put some tasteful signage up to remind people to bring their cups so we can cut down on the usage? Not only that, but people tend to not clean up after themselves.
Mhm.
You know, I find myself staying after people go all the time, they're cleaning up.
Well, I think there's a few questions there. One is, Kristen can always kind of work out an initiative to try to get people everywhere. Golf, tennis, fitness, everybody uses the plastic cups. Just to remind them, we had an initiative a while back where we had a discounted Yeti, you could use it and they'd bring it 2 or 3 times and they'd forget it and that was it. Secondly, keeping it clean, that's Mike, his staff, making sure that they touch base with housekeeping. New building, someone's over there permanent. I mean, it's not a temporary position. They're there all the time. So they should be walking around, keeping it clean as well. Mr. Schwartz.
I don't think Leslie's point was that the cleaning people do a great job. It's us, it's the members.
Well, I know that, but.
I mean, we'll take 3 drinks and leave it, I don't know why people leave stuff, it's really a mess, particularly pickleball.
Well, I think they're anywhere from age 40 to 70. If they haven't figured it out by now, I mean, we can try to continue to enlighten them, but yeah, if you see them, tell them you forgot your cup. No, it's remind them. We don't have the staff to go out and walk around reminding people to do that. You don't want a bunch of signs on your beautiful new facility either. Yeah. Yes.
Just a curiosity, the shed that's currently being used for the office, does that stay around and?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And what's
I
that
think-
gonna be used for?
Well, we're not sure yet. I think in about a year and a half, when we're working on the clubhouse renovation, somebody's gonna be over there. I'm not sure who. I hope it's not me. But, it's, what a great, nice building, whether we store your tennis balls in there or whatever the case is. But, we're gonna put a couple nice tables in there for Jimmy and John to have their lunch, so they're not sitting in a cart out in the heat. And again, somewhat fluid, whatever we need to use it for, but it's finished, it's got AC. It's better than an old building that was just storing clay. And so, good question though, yeah. Yes, Ms. Wilson?
Well, we are talking about plastic cups.
Yes.
Is there any possibility that the club would consider recycling instead of so much waste?
Well, we do recycle, yeah. If you look out behind the kitchen, I've got about 10 or 12 blue recycling bins. We don't go through your garbage and pick them out of there, which, I guess we could look at putting in just the plastic cup recycling, but we do, I mean, they empty us twice a week, those blue bins, and we have about 12 of them. Mr. Puck's gonna work on that, yeah.
But the beverage.
We got rid of the styrofoam, which was not recyclable, so I think we made one good step forward. But yeah, Mike can work on that. Yeah. What else? Okay, well, there's a few cookies left, some coffee. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate your time today.
All right, you good, Scott?